Be sure to check out my Veve and Omi investors group in the description down below. Together we build generational wealth and go over everything you need to be profitable in the Veve markets. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another Veve and Ecomi video. And this one, we have another content creator in the community, and he's going to be going over why he's nervous about the Omi token. Now, this, I mean, there's a lot of bearish stuff going on in the community. There's a lot of people with bearish perspectives, but most of these people are just uninformed about what's actually going on. And yeah, a lot of people just don't actually understand and realize the full picture. So we're going to find out if this is another one of those videos. They're not hard to find these days. I mean, they're everywhere. So yeah, we're going to be checking it out. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, let's get it.
Omi, I am nervous. In this video, dudes, I want to talk about Ecomi or Omi and what really is going on, what you should do, what I'm seeing in the market, and kind of some misconceptions. And if you guys think I'm being bearish on this coin or being like a hater, because you probably are seeing a lot of haters out there on Facebook. My friend showed me one the other day where there was just so much hate in this group. That's not what this video is about. This video is actually slightly bullish, would you believe it or not, but we have to address some stuff in the community. So with all that being said, I want to jump in the screen, show you some articles, but I really want to talk about this chart. So stick around.
Hold on a second.
Jump in the screen, show you some articles.
Oh, it was a button. Yo, the way his arm was moving when he pushed his desk up, yo, it looked like he had one of those spit, like, you know, the car windows, how you got the electric ones and then the ones you got to roll up with your head. I thought he had a roll up desk. I'm like, bro, where you get one of those at?
Stuff
like, where you find that, my guy?
The community. So with all that being said, I want to jump in the screen, show you some articles, but I really want to talk about this chart. So stick around and we're going to go from there. So Omi, what the hell happened? So there's a lot of misconception out there, and the problem I'm seeing in the space, I'm not going to name any YouTubers' names. I'm not going to name anybody because that's just...
The problem I'm seeing in the space is people still think this is going to hit $1 to $10 this year. I mean, you should probably get to naming some YouTubers. I mean, you should definitely get to naming some YouTubers because it sounds more like the people and your sources, or probably you, aren't doing research, because I have not heard anybody saying we're hitting $1 or $10 this year. Everybody has said $1 was a possibility if they actually delivered on all the utility and exchanges and all of those things. All those catalysts combined we could have saw some type of Dogecoin effect. But I don't think that anyone has actually said that 10 or anywhere near $10. Like that was for $1. Like even with every catalyst, that was for like a $1 pump. Like $10, no one has said anything close to that for this year whatsoever. I mean, the only person talking about $10 is really me and other content creators who put 10 years on that. Like that's a 10-year prediction. So yeah, I'm not sure where you're hearing all these people saying that it's going to $1 or $10 this year, because they have already openly said that they're not going to be doing a bunch of exchanges or as many exchanges as they thought. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff going on with the token. The token is going to slow down until they start to actually deliver on some of the things that they promise. And I get it, stuff pops up, but me personally as an investor, I get that stuff pops up, but the community may not understand that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where he's seeing this at all.
Just not the way to handle this. So we're seeing, and I'm seeing, a lot of people talking about a $1 Omi coin and a $10 Omi coin this year. So why do I think that's a problem? Yes, it's good to see people getting hyped, but it just depends how you go away about it. So
bro, that is not realistic in the slightest. No one expects a $2-3 trillion market cap this year. Not a single soul expects a $3 trillion market cap this year. Like that's yeah. I mean, the information in this video, I just feel like you're not understanding what people are saying. Like I don't know if it's lost in translation between some of the fans you're talking to or something, or maybe you didn't hear the timeline for these predictions and things like that. But yeah, like it realistically makes no sense for anyone to be expecting a $3 trillion market cap this year. But I mean, anyway.
So when we look at the market cap on Omi right now, it's not that big, but how many percent and thousands of percent does this need to go to get to $10? Heck, even $1. It's like 1,000% and 10,000%. dude, it's not going to happen in 8 months. Something majestically would have to happen. Yes, it probably looked like it was going to $1 earlier on in the year, but it's going the complete wrong direction.
There is literally nothing that could happen that would get this to $10 this year. Nothing. There's nothing that could happen that could get this to $10 this year. Like, nothing good anyways, you know?
The problem I have with that is it just sets a lot of new investors up for failure, right? A lot of people are just going 100% into Omi and Veve, and I'm not a hater, by the way, right? I love this project. I am with Veve. I am with Omi. I love what it's trying to do. I love everything about their platform. But the problem is, if you're 100% in this, you're going to have a hard time, because a lot of these new investors, what happens is, guys, is they buy up here and then they get fearful when they have a car payment to have, they have a mortgage, the girlfriend wants something, and they don't have the money anymore, so they have to pull out it from their Omi investment, which was supposed to get them rich. And then guess what? They end up selling at a loss. So, last 7 days, horrible. Last month, disgusting. Last 3 months, we're struggling to pay the bills. Last year, it went to crap. That's my point. Like I said, we're not making this a negative video, but I want to really talk about what do we do? What do we do as a long-term investor? Because it's not all bad, and if you look at the charts, it looks bad. It is so far off even my indicator. Like dudes, like this is just gone. Like this is gone. It's finished. You would think, right? But all roads always lead to happy endings.
I think that more so than anything, investors just need to take the time to actually get educated. People are investing in a utility token and expecting it to move without having utility. You know, the entire purpose of the token, they don't have utility, they don't have exchanges. Like, there is literally nothing that would boost this token right now. Yeah, certain tokens just go up, like the Marvel news, and so some of these drops, some of these things would actually boost the price of Omi if the token was easy to get. It's just not. There's not enough liquidity right now. It's not an easy token to get. You have to be highly motivated to get your hands on Omi token. Or you have to just know what you're doing already. And to know what you're doing already, you have to be highly motivated to learn. So, yeah, I mean, people just need to really understand what they're actually investing in. I think that's the biggest thing.
With great projects, okay? It's not a pump and dump. It's got a great project. The problem we're having is the community. But bullish news, let's talk about that. So, Omi is now available on Bitmark. Fantastic, right? It's not massive because Bitmark, in my opinion, they're tiny. But it's great news. Monthly update, fantastic. Secure wallet update, redesigned. Immutable X, we're starting to get back a little bit, but it still shows you that these guys are working on the project. Swap options, migration, blah, 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 blah. So they're still working on the project, right? Omi is still looking phenomenal. The chart just doesn't represent that, if that makes sense. So this guy, Sam Ellis, he talks about a lot, and he gives some good advice. He almost is almost like a spokesperson, if that makes sense. But what he really says here, I've got 3 tweets and you can kind of make your own opinion. But why do most people hate that? Consistently complain about Veve, and this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people are complaining. So many of these token holders are complaining because, you know, they're just trying to get rich in 1 month, and that's not the play with Omi. Omi, in my opinion, is a 1 to 5 to 10 year play. Really, obviously 10 year, keep your tap dancing shoes on because anything can happen. But it's not a 6 month play, guys, in my opinion. And if you were thinking it was a 6 month play, guess what happened? You got wrecked, right? And that's the difference between Omi and maybe like a Dogecoin pump or a Shiba pump trying to catch the wave, right? So,
I mean, at least he has realistic timelines. I mean, yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's closer to 10 in my opinion. This is closer to a 10-year move in my opinion, which is why I have a 10-year prediction on it. I know a lot of people are going with 5 because they're comparing it, like they're giving it the same amount of time they'll give certain other crypto companies, but like, this is not just a crypto company. This is crypto, licensing, metaverse, like NFT. It's all of these companies combined. So, like, labeling it, like, nothing has ever existed like this project before, ever at any point in history. And that's the one thing that people are not factoring in, which is only going to lead to disappointment, thinking that Veve can do the impossible within 5 years. Something has gone from never existing before to existing on maximum scale in 5 years. That's not even really realistic to me, to be honest. So, I mean, anything can happen if it does happen. If they manage to get that done, especially with their development issues that they be having, I mean, yo, shout out to them. I'll be happy, but my expectations has always been for 10 years. So, Yeah, and that's why. Like, I know how long development takes and how long this process can actually be.
It makes no sense. I'm consistently annoyed. Am I missing something? So he's kind of trolling here. When Amazon shares dropped 80%, no, he's not comparing this directly to Amazon, but this is pretty much what Omi did. So when Amazon and Jeff Bezos was probably crapping himself and their shares dropped down 80% in 2000, 22 years ago, this was a letter he developed, or he delivered to his shareholders. It's a powerful read. You should go and read this. Pretty much, he believed in it that well, and obviously, he's the richest person in the world, or Elon Musk is. They're very close. When I invest in a vision, I don't just believe in the idea, I believe in the team. The journey into this new asset class known as NFTs was never going to be a straight line. This is why you should invest in who you believe in and educate and innovate. This is a great message because this really just sums up what Omi should be about. If you're investing in Omi and you're getting him back here and you put in everything you had at 13 cents, hoping for a $10 coin, hoping for a $1 coin, and you're down 77%. I shouldn't lie.
That's 1.3 cent, by the way, not 13 cent.
But you know what I'm talking about. There's so many people out there. You gotta really take some skin off the game. And
if you got in that high and you did, like, you should actually put a little bit more effort into education. Like, everything goes back to education with me. Like you had multiple YouTubers explaining how to dollar cost average and what we were doing, because most of us came in around the same time. Like, we didn't get in too much sooner. Like, I got in right before it pumped. Bought a little bit more at all-time high. Then I bought all the way down as well. So most OG, especially the content creators, and like most of us, we dollar cost averaged. So those who didn't, just don't even watch creators or don't do your research or understand the market. And yeah, it's like it's just everything really goes back to education. What you know is going to just dictate your financial situation. So yeah,
opinion, you know, if you put $1,000 in and it's now worth $300, it's a lesson. Don't sell, right? Just think that's a lesson, because these lessons, when you're starting out, are so valuable as you start to understand, okay, well, maybe I just bought on hype. This is when it was super hypey, because you could have traded this and there was trades to be made, you know. It was huge percents made. It was 150%, not massive. There's many other coins that have done better than this, but really, guys, this is not something you want to be trading, in my opinion.
Yeah, like that's, he said you could have traded this. It's easier to say you could trade something after it's already happened. You can look at a chart and say, oh, if I would have got it in here and I would have sold up there, I would have made a good profit. But it's easier to say that than it is to actually know what's going to happen. And Omi, it's not a token with enough information history to make logical trades. It's not something that should be traded right now. There's not enough information about the project, and like only super experienced traders should even risk it. So nah, this is not something that anyone should be trading.
Even the indicator is so choppy on this chart. You can really see how choppy this is. It thinks it's got confirmation, but it's almost like a false confirmation, and it's just a straight red. You didn't lose any money. You probably got a break even here, but it's just not a coin to be traded, in my opinion. Big confirmation here. You would have made bags of money. Yeah, huge money. But the point is, guys, this is just something you don't want to be trading, in my opinion. If you are thinking about an Omi, or you have already got Omi coins, really look at yourself. This is a long-term play, in my opinion. When I say I'm nervous for people that, you know, are getting in, trying to get a quick get rich quick, a quick double their money. This is not the play for you guys, I promise you. And in cryptocurrency, yes, there are those plays out there, keep that in mind. But Omi token holders, let me know in the comments below. What do you think this means for Omi? Is Omi going to turn itself around, and do we get those bullish pumps, you know, back to the 10 cents, back to the 50 cents, you know, that we should be achieving? Because really, guys, we're going in the wrong direction. We're a fraction of a penny, right? It's not looking great, but all roads lead to greater purposes with the Omi token. I think it's a great platform. Let me know, and take care. Omi.
Yeah, so there we have it, man. Honestly, I think that we're headed in the right direction. This is time for me to accumulate more. Personally, I think we're heading in the right direction, because this token really has no reason to be pumping. We're going into a recession. There's no utility on the utility token. There's no exchanges. We have no reason whatsoever to be pumping right now, and every reason for people to be getting scared, nervous, making stupid decisions, and selling for losses. It's just a part of the game. So yeah, I don't think that now's the time to be to be like expecting some explosive growth or something like that. I think this is a longer term play, and it really is at the discretion of Veve or Ecomi when they're gonna, you know, start releasing some of this stuff. We know that they're working on it, but we have to get some of this stuff released before we can see the full potential of this token. So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. This video actually was not that bad. I thought it was going to be something different. It turned out to be a pretty decent video. But yeah, I mean, just the basis for it. I don't know of anyone talking about $10 this year or anything like that, even $1 this year anymore. We did play with the idea that there could be a possibility, but that's the thing. As an investor, you need to know what the possibilities are for your investment. And realistically, a Dogecoin style pump to $1, that's even something that you should not just be banking on when you're investing. Like, it should not be something like that. Like, you should understand that it could happen because of the magnitude of the brands, and depending on what type of moves they make, it could happen. But it's never been very likely that it would happen. So yeah, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.